Hi again, welcome back. This is Rahana, and we are playing more of Gakuen Heaven 2. Today, Yuki is going around the school and talking to people, trying to find out more about Tomo, see if anybody has any information about him from earlier in the school year before Yuki entered the school. Trying to see if he can find out a little more about his past. Might be best if he asked him directly, but Tomo's kind of hiding out. He hasn't come to school today. So the best Yuki can do is try to talk to people who might know more about him. Last time he talked to Takato, but Takato doesn't really know Tomo, and instead they ended up talking about Tomo's brother now and how he was as the director. So now Yuki has decided he will go talk to Professor Ito, to Keita, and see if he has any more information since he's been a teacher since the time Tomo got to the school.
失礼しました。
He checks the staff room first, but Keita's not there.
あそこかな。
Maybe he's over
行
there.
ってみよっと。
I'll go see. And over there
失礼
is
します。
the nurse's office.
こんにちは、松岡先生。あ、いた。
Hello, Dr. Matsuoka. Oh, there you
いたっ
are.
ていうのは伊藤先生のことかい？
You were looking for Professor Ito?
はい。
どうしたんだい？
What is it?
伊藤先生に教えてほしいことがあるんです。
There's something I wanted to ask you.
俺に教えてほしいこと？
Me?
友について何か知ってることがあったら教えてほしいんです。
If you know anything about Tomo, please tell me.
笠原くん？だったら俺より朝比奈くんの方がよく知ってるんじゃないかい？
Well, if it comes to Kasahara, I would think that you would know him better than I do.
でも俺がこの学園に来る前とか俺の知らないこととかあると思うんです。
But before I got here to the school, there must be some things that I don't know about.
どんなことでもいいんです。
Anything's
俺
okay.
もっとあいつのこと知りたいんです。
I just want to know more about
友
him.
と組んでベルワンを勝つためにはそれが必要なことだと思うんです。
I think I'll need to know more about him in order to win with him in the Bell
朝
One.
比奈くん、君は笠原くんのことを本当に大事に思ってるんだな。
And he's become really important to you, huh?
はい。
朝比奈くん、君には話しておいた方がいいのかもしれないけど。
Well, if it's you, I guess I can tell you.
僕から説明しようか？
Should I explain?
いえ、俺からします。
No, I'll do it. Look at these two derps together. They're just so cute. Keita's just like Yuki. He's always blushing a little bit. Very cute. He's grown up, but he hasn't really changed very much.
朝比奈くんはベルワンのパートナーに笠原くんを選んだんだよね。
And you chose him as your partner in the Bell One, right?
はい。
That's right.
じゃあ彼には生徒だけじゃなくてもう一つ別の立場があるってことは知っているかい？
And you know he's not just a student, has another role here, right?
はい。友には秘密にしておいてほしいって言われたんですけど。
Well, yeah, he asked me to keep it a secret, and if you noticed there how the screen kind of blinked a little bit and there's just a random T here on the screen, it seems to be a little glitch in the game, some sort of typo. There is a patch for this game. I don't know if it was designed to fix this particular issue or some other thing, but if you install the patch and you've already started the game, it will invalidate all your save data, which kind of sucks, which is why we never put it in. And so because of that, I can tell you that you don't actually need to install the patch in order to play this game. I had absolutely no trouble finishing everything in this game, A to Z, every little bit of information, everything unlocked, everything done, complete. So it doesn't seem like it's really necessary. I mean, whatever the issue is that's supposed to be a problem there, it must not be very major because had no difficulty finishing the game. So if you are playing and you're like, oh crap, I forgot to put in the patch, you probably don't have to. I mean, everyone's computer is different, but I am going to assume that if it worked for me, it should work for other people too. Anyway, about Tomo, he asked me to keep this a secret.
友はこの学園の理事長なんですよね。
But he's the director of this school.
廃校案を通達する全校集会が開かれる前の日に理事長室に行ったんです。
The day before the assembly where that plan to close the school was announced, I went to the director's
その時
office.
に
And there,
そっか、君は知っていたんだね。
so you already knew.
ってことは伊藤先生は友が理事長だってこと前から知ってたんですね。
So that means you already knew, right?
彼がこの学園に入学してくる時からね。
Yeah, since the time that he came to the school.
じゃあ教えてください。
So please tell me. And you have a choice. You can ask about Tomo, or you can ask about the previous director. Of course, the right thing to do is to ask about Tomo. That's
俺
why
が
we're
知らな
here.
い友のことを。
Tell me something I don't know about Tomo.
そうだな。まず笠原くんがこの学園の理事長だってことは先生の中でも知らない人がいるんだ。
Well, here at the school, there's even people among the teachers who don't know that he's the director. So it's a secret. It's a secret from a lot of people. It's a secret from everyone. It's a secret to everyone, right?
多分知らない人の方が多いんじゃないかな。
Probably most people don't know. So just like with Kazuki being the director in secret, Tomo is kind of the same. He also is secretly the director, and most of the people, even the staff, don't know about it.
でも伊藤先生や榊先生は知っていたんですよね。
But you and Professor Sakaki knew. Well, of course Professor Sakaki knows. He's the assistant director. They work together. But why does Keita know?
それから驚いてないってことは松岡先生も。
And Dr. Matsuoka didn't seem very surprised either.
あ
Yeah.
あ、笠原君のお兄さんが亡くなった後、笠原君の後見人になったのがこの学園の2代前の理事長なんだ。
So here's an interesting tidbit of information. After Tomo's brother died, the second director of the school became Tomo's guardian, and that's in the legal sense. He is his legal guardian.
2代前ってことは友のお兄さんの前の理事長ってことですよね。
And Yuki kind of trying to puzzle this out is thinking, okay, so that's the director before Tomo's big brother, right?
そう、鈴菱和樹、鈴菱グループの社長の一人息子で次期社長に一番近い人物だ。
I wonder if this is the first time they've ever mentioned his name in the game, but that's right, it's Suzubishi Kazuki, and he is the only son of the head of the Suzubishi group, and he is next in line to become the next president of the group. And because of that...
僕と伊藤先生は昔から彼ととても親しい立場でね。
Well, okay. Matsuoka and Keita have known him for a long time, and obviously Keita knows him because Kazuki was his quote-unquote classmate in the original game, and I don't know if they ever explain it in this game, but Dr. Matsuoka was Kazuki's private tutor when he was a kid. Because he's rich like that. Kazuki, not Dr. Matsuoka.
だから俺と松岡先生は笠原くんのことを頼まれたんだ。
So he asked us to look after Tomo.
仕事で国内外を忙しく飛び回る彼は学園内のことまでフォローできなかったからね。
And the reason is because Kazuki is busy doing work both in and out of the country, so he travels around a lot, and he hasn't been able to keep up with what's going on at the school. So there's just no way he could possibly be around and, take care of Tomo directly and watch over the school directly, so he has to leave it to these two.
自分の代わりに笠原くんの力になってほしいって。
He asked us to help him in his place.
とは言っても俺は笠原くんを気にかけるぐらいのことしかできなかったけどね。
But it seems like the only thing I can do is worry about him.
笠原くんは困ったことがあっても人に頼ったり相談したりしないから。
And even if Tomo's troubled, he doesn't talk to or rely on others, and you've seen that with Yuki as well. He's kept everything all bottled up and won't open up to people.
そうだね。彼は辛い時ほど堅くなにそれを見せないように振る舞うから。
So even if he's hurting, he's stubborn and he doesn't show it.
だから僕もサボりに来た彼にベッドを貸すことくらいしかできなかったよ。
And all I can do is lend him a bed when he needs to skip class. So that's why Tomo's hanging out here a lot. When he's having a rough time, he just wants to avoid things. He can come here. Dr. Matsuoka knows his secret and will kind of cover for him. And that's why I see him here all the time.
あの年齢で学園の理事長なんて立場になったらいろいろ大変なはずなのにね。
And it's just been really hard for him as the director of the school.
そうなんですよね。友ってあんまり人に頼ろうとしないから。
Yeah, he doesn't really rely on other people. And even now, he's just holding in his painful feelings.
なんとかしてあげたいとは思ってるんだけど。
I feel like I want to help him, but
彼にとって俺はただの新任教師でしかないから。
well, I'm just a new teacher to him, which is true, you know. Tomo doesn't know him very well, the same way that Keita doesn't know Tomo. They've only known each other for a couple of months now, and not only is Keita just a teacher, you know, some random guy, he's also a new teacher, so he's not very experienced, and maybe Tomo feels like he can't rely on him.
教師と生徒という範囲でしか笠原君のことはわからないんだ。
So I really only know him in the sense of teacher and student.
そうですか。
あと笠原君のことで君に話せることといえば、
Well, if he talked to
俺も
you,
書類上のことでしか知らないんだけど、
I only know things about him that were in his papers. His
お兄さん
paperwork.
が亡くなっただけじゃなく、彼の家庭環境が少し特殊というか。
And it's not just that his brother died, but his family circumstances are a bit special. So here's a little more information
子
here.
供の頃養護施設にいて兄弟で別々の場所に引き取られたってことは友から聞きました。
And I heard from Tomo that as a child they were in an orphanage and they were adopted out to separate families.
そっか。
That's right.
でも知ってるのはそれだけです。
But that's all I know.
実はね、笠原君が引き取られた家との養子縁組は半年くらい前に解消されてるんだ。
So here's something very interesting. So the family that adopted Tomo, that adoption was dissolved about half a year ago.
そうだったんですか？
詳しい理由は書類からはわからないんだけどね。
And I don't really know the detailed reason for that.
だからその後、お兄さんのところに行くことになっていたらしいんだけど。
But after that happened, it seems like he went to his brother's place, so he went to live with Now.
一緒に過ごす間もなく、お兄さんは亡くなってしまった。
But they only had a short time together before his brother died. So that's just horrible. That's really kind of a sucker punch right there from the game. You know, they had been separately adopted. Now obviously became an adult, was old enough to be Tomo's guardian. And just when they had come together, you know, the adoption was dissolved for whatever reason, which makes it sound like it was not something good. So maybe something bad happened. So Tomo had already been through whatever had happened. And, you know, going to spend time with his brother, except his condition got worse and he suddenly died.
そうだったんだ。
俺が知っているのはそれくらいかな。
But that's as much as I know.
そうですか。どこにセーブする？
Oops. And now Yuki, of course, is repeating everything I just said. You know, even though he just got to live with his brother again, it just must have hurt him more than I can imagine. All these circumstances.
俺は友のために何ができるのかな。
I want to
朝
do
比奈
something
君
for
は
him.
笠原君のことを真剣に心配してるんだね。
Yeah, you really are genuinely worried about him.
はい。
Yes.
だけど俺が本当の意味で友のことを分かってなかったから。
But in the true sense, I just don't know him.
逆に俺が気づかないうちに友を傷つけてたんじゃないかって。
And maybe without realizing it, I've hurt him.
それで俺に笠原君のことを聞きに来たんだ。
And that's why you came to talk to me about him. That's right.
それじゃあ今度は俺から質問してもいいかな。
Well, in that case, can I ask you a question now?
はい。
Sure.
朝比奈君にとって笠原君はどんな存在？
What kind of relationship do
俺
you
にとって
have?
友がですか？
そう。
Alright, so how do you think of Tomo? Is he a dear friend or a dear classmate? He is Yuki's dear friend.
俺にとって友は大切な親友です。
Well, he's my dear friend.
友が俺をどう思ってるかは分かりません。
But I don't know how he feels about me.
でも俺はそう思ってるんです。
But that's how I feel about it.
親友か。
A dear friend, huh?
はい。だから俺は どんな小さなことでもいいから友の力になりたい。
So no matter what small thing it is, I want to help him.
そしてもっともっと友を知りたいんです。
And I want to learn more about
そうか。
him.
だったら
I see. Well, in that case,
朝比奈くん、これを君に託すよ。
I'm going to entrust this to you.
これは
What is
封
this?
筒？
It's an envelope?
前理事長笠原くんのお兄さんから預かったものなんだ。
It's from the previous director, from Kasahara's brother. He gave it to me.
ナオ兄から？一体何が書いてあるんですか？
It's a letter from Naoni? What's in it? What's written there?
俺は中身を見ていないから知らないよ。
Well, I've never looked at it, so I don't know.
笠原くんに力になってくれるような友達ができたらその人に渡してほしいって。
What he wanted me to do with this is to give it to a friend who seems like he can help his brother.
病床の彼のお兄さんが和樹、2代目の理事長に託した手紙らしいよ。
Well, actually, it was a letter that he entrusted to Kazuki. And I like how he has to kind of catch himself and be, oh, you know, the second director. So you can tell that Keita and Kazuki are still pretty close. And, you know, considering that you're on Tomo's route, if you've picked the right option when you went to talk to Keita, on the rooftop, when you went to ask him for advice about the Bell 1, he and Kazuki are actually a couple. So it makes sense that he would just kind of spit out his name like it's nothing, while everyone else is busy being super polite about it. They've always been very close, first name basis from day one. It's very cute.
友の力になるような友達。
So, yes, he was supposed to give that letter to a friend who can help Tomo.
朝比奈くん、俺は君を見ていてこれを渡すのにふさわしい人だと思ったんだ。
And I think you are the proper person to receive this letter.
笠原くんも君には心を開いているみたいだしね。
It seems like he's opened up to you a
本
little.
当の意味で彼の力になれるのは俺たち教師じゃなくて友達なのかもしれない。
And I think the person who can truly help him would be a friend rather than a teacher.
だから受け取ってくれるかい、朝比奈くん。
So, will you take it? Will you accept it?
俺がこれを。はい、もちろん。
Yes, of course.
俺が友の力になれるなら。
I'm gonna help Tomo.
頼んだよ。
Alright, please
その
do.
中にはきっと笠原くんの助けになる何かが入ってると思う。
I think in here there must be something that can help him.
朝比奈くんも笠原くんの力になれるといいね。
And you can become, you know, some strength for him also.
はい。ありがとうございます。伊藤先生、松岡先生。それじゃあ失礼します。
Okay, so Yuki has received a mysterious letter from Now. It is intended for a special friend who can help Tomo out.
ここならいいかな。他に誰もいないし。
And this is a bit of a long letter. Yuki has actually goes through it and reads it. So I will save that for the next video. We will see what's inside this mysterious envelope that has been sealed up for a few months. Nobody knows what's inside. It's just been handed over to Yuki as the special friend. And we'll find out more about that next time. So, as always, thank you for watching.